Hi there, my name is Misha. I'm a Microsoft MVP, and today I'm going to check out the new Flux 2.3 update. I'm not going to go through the entirety of the release notes. I am basically just going to do the upgrade in my production Homelab cluster. In my cluster, in my code, I have a GitHub Actions workflow, and this runs every night, and it basically checks out my entire repo, and then it reruns the Flux install command. So it just basically regenerates all of the manifests for my Kubernetes cluster. And after that, it will create a pull request. So in my lab repo, I now have a pull request, and I have some more from Renovate, but here is this GitHub Actions bot where it upgrades my Flux to version 2.3. Now, the thing is that there are so many changes, probably due to white space, that I actually cannot show the diff at all, unfortunately. But I assume that there's a bunch of white space that is just changing. And I was reading through the release notes here. There are some interesting things here, and maybe I'll do another video where I just go through this in detail. But there are a few breaking changes here. And let's see, here it talks about installing or upgrading Flux. So to upgrade Flux from 2 to 2.3, either rerun Flux Bootstrap or use the Flux GitHub action. So that is the one that I used, right? This is here. Oh, wow, this is a new one? Oh, I didn't know that. The GitHub action that I use is... Oh, no, I am using this one. Flux to action main. Flux to action main. Yeah, okay, so this is the GitHub action that I'm using. So in the upgrade guide, to upgrade the APIs in a manifest stored in Git. So before upgrading, ensure the Helm release v2 beta YAML manifests are not using deprecated fields. And let's see, if I am in my repo, and if I then search for, let me see, values file, well, maybe it's better to grep. So grep values file. So here we see that in the Flux manifest, there is actually a deprecated parameter here. But since those are in the Flux manifests, I assume those are going to be updated by the update command that we did, or that we're going to do. Or let's see, patches JSON 902. And patches strategic merge. Those are all again in the Flux manifest. So yeah, these are all in the Flux manifest. So I assume all of this is going to be handled by the Flux install command. And let's see, update the API version field of the Helm release resources to Helm Toolkit FluxCD IOV2. Okay, so that I will need to Helm release. For example, here there is a Helm release. And then, okay, so these Helm releases, this one has a V1 beta 2. That will need to be upgraded to V2. And then Helm repository as well. Okay, so there are a few changes that I need to do. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it. I will merge the PR. Let's see. Here. Oh, here. So we can see the diff, actually. Okay, so what is it doing? So it is upgrading all of the images here. And it's just version upgrades. Then here it is updating descriptions. Yeah, okay. But since it's saying here, this manifest was generated by Flux, do not edit, I think I don't need to worry about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this, open K9S, and go to my pods, and then I sort by age. So now we see all of the pods that are running. And I am going to merge the pull request. Confirm. So I can delete the branch now. And if I go to let's see, Flux get customizations, we see it is still in a ready state. Let's move this away. Flux watch. So now it should soon start to upgrade, actually. The Flux system customization should. Nothing is happening yet. This was merged. Here we go. Now we get some things happening. So all of these pods are now restarting. Customize controller is up. Okay, looks like everything is running. So I do this by FGK. That's an alias that I have for Flux get customizations. So everything seems to be up and running and working well. So then all we need to do is to update the other resources. So still looking good. And Flux logs. No changes since last reconciliation. All dependencies are ready. So it's looking pretty good. Cool. Well, that was that. And then I can go through these changes that were in the upgrade guide. So let's see, we checked those. And now update the API version field of the Helm release resources to Helm Toolkit FluxCD v2. So Helm release. Okay, those are quite a lot. So what I'm gonna do then is I have this text and I have a script that's called bulk replace. And this will search through files and then do a search and replace. So this needs to be replaced with, oops. that. And that needs to be helm toolkit flux cd v2. Oh, it's just v2. Okay. Helm toolkit flux cd io v2. So if I then go to my repo again, I have no changes currently. If I then run the bulk replace command, okay, it needs to do it on YAML files. Let's see, there's something wrong with my expression. Why is that? Well, let's ask ChatGPT. Update the API version field. So expression 1, char 46, unknown option to S. Well, let's ask ChatGPT. Running this on macOS gives this error. Yeah, it's the forward slashes. I thought so. You can use a different delimiter to avoid this issue. Or I might have to just probably need to escape this forward slash. Yeah, here we go. That was it. So git diff, let's see what that did. Okay, so here we see that then I have now a commit where it will take the cert manager release.yaml, for example, and remove the beta from it. And we have the CSI secret store provider, the EDB operator. All of these have now the Helm release API removed. It's the weave GitOps. Okay. So let's go through it in lazy Git. So it's in cert manager, EDB operator, traffic. Yeah, all of the Helm controllers have now stripped the beta. So I will do feed update Helm release to v2 and push that. And I'm going to do this commit by commit. So then I can monitor whether everything is going well, because now it should not start redeploying anything. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so now it's reconciling. And now I'm wondering if it is going to do any redeployments, but probably not. It's just the API version of the Helm release. It shouldn't trigger a redeployment of things. We're getting an unknown reconciliation in progress. Yep, here we go. Now it's doing the apps. So it is not redeploying anything. It is just updating the APIs in the Kubernetes manifests. Great. So then the next one is going to be update the API version of the field Helm repository resource to this. So let's check out Helm repository. That's quite a large list. But it seems like I have already... Oh no, here we go. Helm repository. This is V1 beta. So we are going to take this and then we're going to go to our script again. And then we're going to escape this. And then it's just going to be V1. So we're just removing the beta 2. There we go. So everything is looking good. So bulk replace again. And now we see that all of these Helm repository manifests have been updated. Oh, it's actually recommending to do all of these and push the changes in one go. So maybe I should just do that then. So those are all updated. And then finally, the next one is going to be image update automation resources. I think I have only 1 or 2 of those. Image update automation. Yeah, I have only 1 of those. And those need to go to V1 beta 2. So that's that. And then I can commit this feed update Helm repo to V2 and image update automation to beta 2. Push that. And then all of this is going to reconcile, and then my Flux upgrade should be done. Like, Flux is such a pleasure to work with. I love Flux. I much prefer this over Argo CD so far, because it is so nice to do everything from the CLI. It forces you to think about the Git code much more than I found when I was using Argo CD. And I'm just super stoked about this project, and I would love to work more with this. Unfortunately, I don't, but I'm I started as a freelancer, and now I can really pick the assignments that I wish to do. And doing a Flux assignment will be amazing. So let's check out the Flux customization. It is now reconciling, and I think when the reconciliation is finished, then I can consider this upgrade to be successful. Yep, it's just still going. And is there like a Flux events? Reconciliation finished. Yeah, all looking very good. Yep, everything is finished. Everything is working well. And as you can see, when I sort by age, you see that no pods have been restarted. So you can just safely use the GitHub actions. You can find it in my GitHub repo. You can just merge the PR and it will do the upgrade for you. I highly recommend using the Flux GitHub actions instead of using Renovate, which is what I have here. I'm going to close this because I don't want Renovate to be handling this. And because I found that Renovate is constantly updating all of these images, but those might not necessarily be ready for deployment. So use the Flux GitHub actions that I showed you, this one, and use this one for upgrading your cluster automatically, and it just works super well. So now my upgrade has been completed, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this stuff, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me